Good morning. In light of the political, economic, and constitutional crisis that is happening in Malaysia, we as a nation have rebounded and voiced our disgrace, our distaste in our ruling government, the Perikatan Nasional. We as a nation have gone through many crises. The constitutional crisis due to the May 13th, 1969 racial riots, the crisis that sparked from a general election, and now the constitutional crisis that has never been seen before in our nation's history. The closest may be the general election crisis. Under the federal constitution, the paramount ruler, or the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, shall be the head of state of Malaysia, the highest symbolic authority in this nation. It is also said in the 5 principles of the Rukun Negara. The second principle, kesetiaan kepada raja dan negara, loyalty to the king and nation. And the third one, keluhuran pelembagaan, the supremacy of the constitution. I believe our Prime Minister, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, has overstepped his authority and has broken his oath of office. When he swore to protect the nation, to be loyal to the paramount ruler, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, to be vigilant, and to protect the constitution. I believe Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin should step down as the Prime Minister, the Perdana Menteri. Let the peaceful transition of power continue, as it had been since 9th May 2018, the first time a transition of power happened in our nation's history since 1957. Now, I've opened Astro Awami, and I saw a few hundred peaceful protesters exercising their freedom of speech, which is, yes, I agree, they can and should exercise their freedom of speech, marching to our nation's capital and Dataran Merdeka. Well, the police did let them at first, from the time of this recording, where on August 31st, 1957, Tunku Abdul Rahman Putra Al-Hajj, our first Prime Minister, who is also of royal blood, chanted Merdeka, Merdeka, Merdeka 7 times. That's when Malaya became independent. A few years later, Sabah, Sarawak, and Singapore joined. And 2 years later, we had the crisis for Singapore, which subsequently opted out of Malaysia. This is a nation who has gone through, battled a lot of crises. I believe that as a nation, we should be more vigilant. Ini adalah derhaka terhadap Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong. I believe that this is treason against the paramount ruler, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, by our own government. The government that was appointed by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong in February of last year. Government of the former Deputy Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin was sacked in 2015 by the 6th Prime Minister, Najib Tun Razak. When we became independent under the federal constitution, only the Agong has the authority to declare a national emergency. And the Agong is the symbolic head of state, the highest authority in the nation's hierarchy, in the nation's government. Just like Queen Elizabeth II, King Felipe of Spain, Queen Margrethe of Denmark, Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, and Emperor Naruhito of Japan. The symbol of the state, head of state, in a way. Ini adalah penghinaan terhadap pelembagaan, institusi beraja, dan Seri Paduka Baginda yang di-Pertuan Agong. This is an insult to the federal constitution, the royalty, and the King of Malaysia. Muhyiddin, letaklah jawatan. Let others rule where you fail. We went so well last year with lockdowns. Where did we go wrong? That's on your shoulders. Thank you.